What's up, everybody? Welcome to Monday. Welcome back to my channel. As you can tell, everything is green here today. The topic, green with envy. Today, we're going to be talking about a touchy subject. We're going to be talking about negativity, positivity, jealousy. We're going to be talking about a whole slew of different things. But before we do that, I want to talk about today's sponsor. Check out House of Chingazo sent me a whole bunch of new shirts in honor of St. Patrick's Day. They have a collection that just came out. It says Irish today, crudo mañana. It says drink up, cabrones. Go check them out when you get a chance. I love their stuff. The homies over there, they're really good people. What they're doing every single, I guess, celebration, whatever the case is, they roll out something like this. And this worked perfect for me because I'm half Irish and I'm half Mexican. So I was always called the green bean of the neighborhood. My mom being Irish, my dad being Mexico. I wasn't accepted on both sides, whether it be the white side or the brown side. And we're talking about the 70s and the 80s. I'm going to be 50 this year. So I was born in 75. And back then, it wasn't so much black and white and this and that. It was more of Hispanics, whites, blacks, everybody on their own side. And then here comes this family with an Irish mom and a Mexican father straight from Mexico. And me and my younger brother were brought into the world. So I took it from both sides. I used to get it from the Mexicans and I get it from the whites. I was either not too brown enough for the browns or too brown enough or not white enough for the whites, if that makes sense. But anyways, that was handled. A quick chop to the throat makes people stop real quick. And if you want to deal with bullies, come up to them. Step up to them. They'll stop real quick. Sorry, I'm trying to keep everything PC on this video. I don't want anybody shutting down my channel for anything I say that's stupid. But like I said, we're going to be talking about green with envy. I know sometimes we feel, I guess, inadequate or not good enough. We'll come on, whether it be YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, or whatever, especially in the photography world. We work on making something so perfect and we try to present it a certain way. And then sometimes you only get, 30, 40 likes or whatever the case is. So it hits, it hits you in the chest like a freight train. And that's the same way with life. We look at everybody, you'll see someone with a brand new truck, brand new car, or whatever the case is, or brand new equipment, or, constantly busy booking or this and that. And we tend to start analyzing our own stuff and I guess questioning what we're doing. Is it working? Is it producing? Because we're looking at these other images. Let me tell you, everything that you see on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, or even on this channel, that's not a reality. You're presented with the best things in life. I try not to do that at all on YouTube here. On Instagram and stuff like that, you got to put your highlights. Lately, I have been putting my highs and my lows. If you go through my library of videos, you'll see where I'm either super ecstatic or just going through the flows and stuff like that. Because it's a constant up and down, up and down, up and down. But what I've done lately, especially this beginning of the year, is I've cut off all the fat. I've cut off people that I don't want to see. I've cut off people that I don't care for, people that are not lifting or positive influence in my life. And it's helped so much. Once I started narrowing what I need to do, instead of helping this person, that person, this person, giving ideas here, helping this and that, focusing on me, focusing on my own growth. Sorry, I think I just grabbed the microphone. These Hollylands are fire. But like I said, once I started focusing on myself and not allowing the critics to stop me from my progress. That's one thing too. If you have someone that's in your corner that's not giving you that positive feedback and you're constantly do that, step away from them. Step completely away from them, because that's not the people that are going to help you get to where you need to get to. I try not to be a preacher on here and stuff like that, but I always start my Sundays in church and I energize myself for the week. And that's what gives me my, I guess, that energy that I have that keeps me going throughout the whole entire week. So find something that gives you that energy. Find something that's gonna to lift you on a daily basis. And like I said, if you see something and it's okay to be jealous. It's okay not to be jealous, but it's okay to want what someone else has. It's okay to set your goals. It's okay to reach for what you want. It's not okay to reach for what you want, but you're kicking yourself in the nuts all day long about it. You are good enough. If it's for you, you're good enough. If it's for whatever you're doing, you're good enough. A lot of times people think that people are doing better than them in certain areas and stuff like that. And we don't give ourselves enough credit on what we're doing. We don't give ourselves enough credit that if you're in this lane and they're in this lane and they're being dominant on over here or whatever the case is, that just means they're lacking over here and vice versa. A lot of people aren't going to understand what you're doing, and that's okay. Once you start setting your goals on what you're looking to do, like, I got a lot of critics. I'll be honest with you. I got a lot of people that are on the daily, just watching what I do, disliking this, not doing this and doing that. But at the same time, the same critics that I have are starting to do everything that I do. You know what I'm saying? They're seeing progress and they're adapting that and placing that into their own business. I can't hate on that. I mean, whatever. If you're gonna knock off on it, knock off on it. We got tons of that stuff. We have Nike brands and stuff like that, and then we have the fake Nikes. People are always gonna try to emulate something that is working for somebody else. And I try to put that in my head, otherwise it's gonna drive me crazy. You know what I'm saying? Especially in photography world, there's imposter syndrome and then there's straight up copycats. Don't fall into that. And when you're green with envy, that leads into that. So what you want to do is say, hey, good job, buddy. You did awesome. Perfect. Ooh, perfectly executed. Keep doing what you do. Rock it. Do that. And there's power in that, not just for the person that's receiving it, for you, because you're being, honest with it. The moment you start saying, you know what, damn, dude, you got another one. Damn, dude, oh. Once you start doing all that boo-boo and all that stuff, you're going to start, I guess, halting your own progress. You're going to stop developing yourself. I know a lot of people that watch these videos, this is not perfect. It's never going to be. Yes, we got brand deals that came through and we got some doors opening and stuff like that. But my main purpose here is to get better on the daily. My main purpose is something that my competitors don't understand. My main purpose is not to, on here, book tons of people on YouTube. That's not what I'm doing here. This is my own growth. This is something on the side from what we're doing with our photography. I'll hit up Instagram, I'll tear up TikTok, I'll tear up Facebook and everything else for the business. But right here, this is my own growth. This is my own goal. This is my own little sanctuary from the house, from what I got to do out there. This last few days, I've been working on tons of videos for clients, and I had to put this on a little hold because I had to get those done, because that comes first. Your clients and all that other stuff, then this. So, I'll be honest, sometimes you get on TikTok or whatever and you see people with new events and stuff like that. Before, if we're being honest, as a photographer, you're like, man, dude, I wish I had another event. Dang, I wish I was booked. I wish I was doing that. But this year is different. This year, I'm like, hey, you know what? That's awesome that they're getting that done. That's fantastic. That person's booked. That person's doing this. That person's doing that. Awesome. This is what I'm doing here. when you're progressing in whatever you do in life, you don't need a big audience. You know what I'm saying? You can post your wins. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you're focused on your goal, like here, speaking, I think I'm getting better. You know, I still stutter a little bit, but that's from that speech impediment that I got or whatever the case is. But yeah, I don't have millions of views. You know, I'm not no Peter McKinnon or Justin Porter and stuff like that, or any, you know, Eddie Pinero, all these big names on YouTube. I'm William Hernandez. I'm on the Sandbox podcast show. You know, I'm part of Fotolilly Photography, and I'm good with that. Doors are opening where I didn't even realize that there was an opportunity. And I'm getting better at what I do with consistency. I'll still go back after this video and I'll catch my errors. You know, that's obvious. We're all like that. We're gonna look at where we did wrong. But the other day, you know, I got something from a friend of mine, a message, and he's like, hey, you know what? Keep doing what you do. I'm like, and you didn't even watch it. You didn't even know what it was. And then he sent me a portion of what I talked about in the video. And it was the worst part, I thought. You know, it was the part of, I'm like, nah, I should cut that. No, I shouldn't cut it. Yeah, I should cut it. But he came back and he was like, hey, you know what? I love this one part. And it was a part that I was going to cut off. Let's stop overthinking things. I know I go back on this person that said, hey, you know what? Your stuff is not perfect. Your stuff is not this. Your stuff is not this, porque this and that and this and that. You know, the criticism, it still plays in my head. But now, since this beginning of this year, it's like, hey, you know what? You just don't get it, homie. You don't get what I'm trying to do here. You don't get that I'm trying to be better. You don't get that I'm not looking to give you some big results right straight from the gate. This takes hard work. Coming on here takes hard work. Standing up to critics and stuff like that takes hard work. That takes a thick chest. I'm just here to tell you, hey, you know what? Keep at it. Grow. Come on here daily. It's going to take time. It's not going to work overnight. Even my channel, it's taking a long time. But if I don't come on here, I don't grow. If I don't put a video out, I don't grow. Yeah, not all of them are going to be great. Not all of them are going to be 1,000 views and stuff like that or more than that. Some of them are going to be probably, 5 to 10 views. But imagine if I wouldn't have got on here. Last year, in the month of December, I did 30 days straight videos daily, every single day. And I tested myself. And other people were like, hey, you know what did you get out of that? Ooh, you're just spraying and praying. What did you get out of that? And I thought about that question. I'm like, well, what did come out? The negativity was feeding into my head already. Just it takes only one drop in a glass. And it's like oil and it starts to spread and it just ruins it. If you have a perfect glass of positivity, one drop of negativity just ruins it all. So back to what, that person, it wasn't about spraying and praying. It wasn't about none of that. It was about growing. It was about being consistent and holding myself accountable. If I want to speak better, I got to come on here. If I want to do better, I got to come on here. If I want to build a community, I got to come on here. If I want to open the doors to these brand deals that came through, I had to come on here. Remember, your rewards aren't going to be the same rewards for anybody else. What you reap out of what you plant or you sow is not what everybody's looking for. And that's okay. So, to finish off, green with envy. Change it to green with happiness. When I think of green now, it's not envy anymore. I love green. First off, I love black. So when they sent me this, it's green on black, perfect. They sent me some other stuff that's all green, some other stuff like that. But green doesn't have to be envy. Green doesn't have to be money. Green could just be happiness. And that's what we got to be. We got to be more happy. We got to be more content with what we do. Yes, you got to push yourself. Yes, you got to do more. Yes, You got to do this and do that and do this, do that. But start listening to hear and feel right here. You know what I mean? Reverse it. Instead of just thinking from the top, think from the heart and be like, hey, you know what? I love what I do. I love what I do. I love being on here. I love photography. I love everything I do. And I think it shows. I know we have that saying, we love what we do and it shows. I truly stand by that. I truly stand by it. Now, like I said, I'm not always going to come on here with a smile and stuff like that. And life does get hard, there's bumps in the roads, we deal with stuff on a daily basis. But like I mentioned on other videos, if you come to me with a problem or whatever I face, I try to find a solution for it. And that's helped me. At least I'm here. I mean, at least I was blessed with another day of life. At least I'm blessed. Yeah, I mean, I don't have all the best equipment in the world. You got some people that just redid their whole stuff like that. But you can't polish a turd. You can't fix that. You got to just work on everything from the inside and everything else will produce. That's the same way. If you want to build a YouTube community, you want to get a big fan base, you want to get more clients and stuff like that, this is the hard work that it takes. And you got to show it in everything that you do. So that's my message for today. I know it went kind of long, but I just had to get that off my chest. If you are looking at somebody and you start bashing on your own, that's not positive stuff. Cut that off. It's okay, like I said, to have goals and dreams and want success and stuff like that, but go work for it. You know what I mean? Do it on your own and pat yourself on the back. You deserve it. Anyways, go hit up House of Chingazos. I love these guys. These guys are amazing. So thank you for your time, and I hope you have a good day. We'll see you tomorrow. Deuces.